Drive up Highway 61 past Rolling Fork, and you can't miss it.
For some reason, your head just turns to this house. Everybody in this area loves the house, and it just draws people.
The house is Mont Helena, a colonial-style home built on a ceremonial Indian mound in the 1890s. It was the home of George and Helen Harris. They met on the eve of the Civil War at the Chapel of the Cross in Madison County, where Helen often mourned her first love. In the 1850s, Helen was a teenager at the Annandale Plantation. That's where she met a man named Henry Vick. Well, they fell in love and planned to marry, but Helen's mother wouldn't allow it until she turned 20. So the wedding was to take place on Helen's birthday, May 21st, 1859, here at the Chapel of the Cross. But when that day arrived, Helen did not marry her fiancé. She attended his funeral. Henry had been killed in a duel in Mobile a few days before the wedding.
Helen had extracted a promise from Henry that he would not kill a man in a duel. So Henry shot into the air and his opponent did not.
Legend has it that Helen wore her wedding dress to the funeral.
And supposedly cut off a lock of her hair and laid it on him in the casket and said that she would never love another.
But she did love another. While mourning Henry, she met George, a clergyman serving at the Chapel of the Cross. They would marry, have 3 children, and live most of their lives in Tennessee before moving back home to Mississippi late in life. Mont Helena was built as their retirement home. Today, there are no direct descendants of George and Helen. Drick Rogers inherited the home from his grandmother, who was Helen's cousin.
It was wonderful to grow up with my grandmother giving me the first-hand accounts of these people's lives.
Those stories are now being retold in the form of a Shakespearean-style tragedy created by Leslie Miller and the Friends of Mont Helena.
Everybody did not know the Bride of Annandale story until we really got started.
The backdrop is Mont Helena. For a few weekends each May, the front parlor is transformed into a soundstage where actors tell the sorrowful tale of lost love, and the place where Helen drew her last breath.
In the bedroom upstairs, as she lay dying, she said that Henry was coming for her.